Hello everyone, what is up? I hope everyone is having an amazing week so far. I am Hunter, this is LostSocketGarage. We are Mustang shopping today. We are answering questions. It's cold here in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's snowing, it's windy, and it sucks. Hopefully it's sunshiny where you're at. Leave a comment below, say what's up. Feel free to drop any of your questions below. If you guys haven't watched this show before, essentially what I want to do is take a look at Mustang markets. I want to take a look at Mustang listings, and I want to give you guys kind of a good idea of excuse me, what's worth it for your money. I want to kind of go through the process that I look at when I am looking at Mustangs. So if you guys have questions along the way, feel free to drop them below. If you enjoy the content, what really helps the shop is if you subscribe, like, share the show. Also, exciting news, we just recently partnered with CJ Pony Parts. CJ Pony is where we get the majority of our parts. They have a great selection. They cover everything from metal to interiors. They have, a ton of different brands. And they want to, do a little bit of a sponsorship with us. So if you go to the link that is in the description or the link that is in the chat right now, I pinned it. And if you guys are needing any Mustang parts, classic Mustang parts, I think they have Ford Fiesta stuff too, and some other stuff, check out CJ Pony Parts. They're pretty awesome. So now when I am looking at the value of a car, keep in mind, and I say this basically every week, a car is worth what someone is willing to pay for it. Okay, so that, with that in mind though, I want to know what people are actually paying for these cars. Now classic.com, we're not sponsored by these guys. Classic.com is just a essentially it's a website that grabs data from a bunch of different auction websites like Hemmings, like Bring a Trailer, like the Mecum auctions, etc. And it shows you those listings, both ones that are for sale and ones that have sold, so that we can get a good idea of the pricing that we're looking at. So let's say, for example, we want to look at leading off with a 66 Ford Mustang Coupe. Let me catch up on the comments. David, what's up, baby? How we doing? Dante, how's it going, man? Ulrich, yeah, I was pretty excited. I end up sending everybody to CJ Pony Parts anyway, so I'm glad I can post their logo on our stuff now officially. When's the next video for the Nugget? That's a really good question. We're gonna do an update on the Nugget here soon. I am doing kick panels on the Nugget right now, and then we're throwing in a dash and a new cowl and part of a firewall. So we're going to cover some of that. We'll do a little bit of an update video here coming up, but made a lot of progress on it. It's Fastback. It looks real pretty. Let's see here. Let me know if you guys are having any trouble with the video. It's saying it's like error. YouTube cannot video maintain stream. So if the video's cutting out or anything like that, let me know. So back to classic.com. If we're looking at a 66 Ford Mustang Coupe, I follow the majority of these markets. So if we come in here and look at 65 to 60, oh, that's the wrong category. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we're looking at 65, 66 hard tops, and I'll tell you guys right now, and I can pull up these screens, but I can tell you right now that most of the coupes are going to really fall in the 23, 24, 25 grand range. Done, right? You're going to have outliers, so you're going to have these resto mod ones. You're going to have like K codes. You're going to have there's a bunch that sold here for a little bit higher than average, but over the last 5 years, basically the way to read this is that 721 have been sold. on these various auction sites, and the average price they sold for was 23 grand. So with that in mind, we're looking at a 66 for 20 grand. Let's read the description. 289 V8 Mustang, garage kept the whole time, runs well. Previous owner completely restored and put over $14K into it. I just don't drive it enough to justify the garage space. Having another baby and need the space. Apparently he needs space. So this is a really nice coupe. 289. Typically in coupes where I'm going to look for rust, whether I'm looking for a coupe to daily or whether I'm looking for a coupe to chop in half and turn into a fastback, I'm looking around really the wheel wells. Interior looks good. Console, really nice car. I can't see really where I want to see though. So at 20 grand, I mean, you probably have a little bit of room in this one. But if you're just looking to get into a 66 coupe V8 car, this one would be a really good starter for you. And at 20 grand, don't pay attention to mileage. Like, it doesn't even matter. But like 20 grand, yeah, this one's good. I like this one. All right. Let's see. Moving on to the next one. So, full disclosure. If Derry's watching right now, he's looking and he's laughing. Yes, it's for sale. 66 Ford Mustang, again, for a coupe, we're looking in the $20,000 range, like 20 to 24. This coupe we've actually worked on before. We did a wiring harness and we did a couple other things. We did some gauges, etc. in this car. This has the Eleanor front kit, well, just the lower light kit on it. Poppy red. That's not red, it's orange. Runs great. A lot of work was done. Suspension, engine, blah, blah, blah. Pardon me. So here's the good. It's really cool. It looks really cool. It's eye-catching, and he didn't show any photos of the stuff that we did. Cool. So it has brand new Dakota digital gauges in it. It has a brand new wiring harness. It runs well. It drives well. I will say this, full disclosure, this thing needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of metal work. A lot of the work that was done in this car, I think, was done just kind of by a dealership trying to push it through. And this car needs a lot. I don't love it at this price. I definitely don't love it at the price. Great driver, but the thing needs help. Let's move on to some new ones here. Let's see. Dante, is it worth it to convert a fastback for resale? Dante, are you talking about doing a coupe to fastback? If so, yes. And, if you're not familiar with LostSocketGarage, it's kind of our shtick. We take these coupes, we cut them in half, we turn them into fastbacks. So, kind of with this show, I want to show. I want to show good coupes. I want to show, daily driver coupes, good deals on them. I want to show coupes that are good deals for cutting in half, turning into fastbacks. And we're also going to look at some fastbacks. I do want to look at this one, though. 302. It's a beautiful car. I love the front end. I think it's really hard to pull off these big-ass hoods on tiny little cars. 67 Mustang Premium. Let's look at what it has. Crate motor 302, 500 miles on it. That's dope. C4 auto, fully restored inside and out. Ford 9-inch disc brakes. Holly Sniper. Yay! All new fuel lines, gas tank, Corbeau seats. Okay, I will tell you about Corbeau. I've never Corbeau, whatever. Corbeau seats. I've never fit in them. When you buy race seats, make sure you sit in them first. All new carpet dash, one-piece suede headliner. You bougie son of a bitch, Travis. Let's see here. Take a closer look. So when I'm looking to buy a coupe, the rust spots that I'm looking for, right here on the door, this lower forward corner, typically rusts out. right here along the bottom, hope you guys can see my cursor, but right here along the bottom, this typically rusts out for the fender, and then more importantly back here along the rocker and around the wheel well. But I mean, this thing's been restored, so I don't think we're going to have any issue here. Damn. Long tubes. Oh, man, everything looks really well done in this car. This is the Holley Sniper fuel injection, the push screen that comes with it. I always recommend Holley Snipers. They're so cool, man, especially if you're at elevation. Like, the elevation change kills you in a carbureted car. Like, you know, we're in the mountains, but I can go a lot further up into the mountains. Can't do it without a Holley Sniper, though. And the tuning, do anything to it. Man, this thing's pretty cool. 27 grand, though? You really got to love it at 27 grand. And make sure your ass fits in those seats. So you guys actually inspired me to convert my 67 Coupe to a Fastback. Wondering what I could get. Oh, so you already did it? What could... Okay, send me pictures or let me know what you want for it. It all depends on the condition, man. It really does. I can... You know, typically rolling Coupe to Fastbacks, you know, converted cars, rollers are around 19, 20 grand with a clean title. Like with suspension, but no body, no paint, no... sometimes interior, etc. That's kind of what you're... That's the ballpark price. If it's well done, completed, right? Needs no more metal work. 66, I love the look of tinted windows on classic cars. And you'll find that a lot of people, a lot of tent shops won't actually do it for some reason. If someone if someone can tell me why they don't tint old glass, let me know. I feel like it was something with like I don't know, man. I'm not a scientist. I'm no scientist. 66, 289, 4-speed manual, Edelbrock 4-barrel carb, Patriot stainless steel headers, and straight pipe. Straight pipe? Just one. Okay. Mileage unknown. Yep. I like this car. For 18? Yeah, I like that car. What in the shit is going on here, though? I don't like... What happened here? It looks like they're baffled. Maybe it's just a weird camera angle. I don't know. I love the wheels, though. This is a great looking car. I wish I had more pictures. But again, normally it's pretty thin gauge metal around the wheel well. So if there is rust, it'll bubble the paint pretty quickly. Questions, comments, anything like that, leave them down below in the chat. This one, I think I actually have a customer that's going to look at this or might buy this one. This is an S code for 35 grand. That's a Lego car that is a screaming deal. Some of the concerns I have with it, a lot of S codes floating around right now, but with an S code, for those of you that don't know, an S code is the S is the 5th digit in the VIN, and it identifies the trim of the car. S code is the 390 big block car. So they're pretty rare and they're pretty fucking expensive. Like normally they're around $90,000 to $100,000, you know, completed. This one is 35 grand. It has a lot of the metalwork done to it already, which if you're buying a Fastback and you have to do metalwork to it, it's a completely different story than doing like a Coupe to Fastback, because it's easy to replace wheel wells and inner structure and etc. when you're converting the car, but when the Fastback's already put together, you know, replacing inner structure or inner wheel wells or mini tubbing or doing anything like that becomes high labor. You know, lots of hours into it, right? But with the S code, you got to be careful with these cars, because the second you change them from stock, if you do not restore them back to stock, you do have the potential to lose some value. Now, if this was like, if they did a full Shelby tribute out of this car, I think you could probably still get away with it as far as, you know, saving some value in it. It looks like these are before pictures, because this still has the stock tail panel in it and stock quarters. So This is what it did look like. They replaced the quarters. 35 grand. I think it's a solid deal. I can't remember if it comes with rear end back of the day. It has 4-speed trans. I don't think this comes with a motor. I don't think it comes with an FE. So, expensive, yes, but again, this is part of the reason. Like, and we'll look at a Facebook page here, a classified, not secret, but like a classifieds Facebook page here in a second. But you know, this is one of the reasons that I wanted to do this show, is because at face value, you're going to look at this car and say, there's no way in hell this car is worth $35,000 as it sits. It takes knowing these cars and understanding what these fastbacks actually go for. If you guys are interested in an S code, I do have a customer that picked one up recently that he's not going to end up building. And I can get you a screaming deal on it. Email me at LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. And that goes for any other questions you guys have. If you have coupes that you want converted, if you need help converting your coupe, if you need to know what you know, pieces you need, etc., we have a ton of videos on our YouTube channel. And we also, you know, shoot me an email. I'm happy to help always. Again, we just recently partnered with CJ Pony Parts. The link is in the description as well as pinned in the chat. If you guys need Mustang parts, really they're the go-to. It's where we get the vast majority of our stuff from, even now our metal. So CJ Pony Parts is awesome, and we're happy to be working with them. If you guys enjoy the content, guys, like, subscribe. It's easy, it's free, it helps the show a ton. If you want to help the show a little further, you can leave a super like or you know, a tip below, or join our YouTube community, get access to videos earlier. Same thing over on Patreon. That was my shameless plug. How's everyone doing today? Okay, so I did a public service announcement a little bit earlier. Today is the day before Valentine's Day. If you buy flowers, you can buy car parts. So make sure that if you're watching this on the toilet and you're like, you know, I gotta go home, I gotta work out, just remember that tomorrow you have to schedule in getting some flowers if you have not already. Trust me, it pays off in the end, especially when you want to buy one of these shit boxes. Happy Valentine's Day tomorrow. Okay, moving on. So, this is the Facebook group, Classic Fastback Mustangs for Sale. There's like, dude, there's a ton of these groups. This one's one of the larger ones, but like they have different variations. The group names are different, like Mustangs for Sale, Classic Fastback, or one will be Fastback Mustangs for Sale, or it'll be like For Sale, Mustangs, Fastback Classic. It's weird, but there's a ton of these. This is one of the bigger ones. Now, you'll find a guy on here, Harry Burrows. He has a Mustang farm, sells a lot of cars, and this is actually, you know, he sells a lot of fastbacks, and he sells a lot of fastbacks that need a shit ton of work. And so, you know, going through the ads and stuff, I'll see like a bunch of laughing faces. That's kind of part of the reason I started this show, to be honest. Let's take a look here. If you're getting it from this guy, the pricing's probably going to be right on. You know, for reference, let's take a look, because we haven't done it this episode. Let's take a look at 67, 68 fastback pricing. Yeah. So, again, this is... I mean, with this, you kind of have to look at the graph a little bit, because you're going to have these outliers that sold for, you know, $265,000 on BAT, or you know, $200,000 like special car. But the majority of the time, you're looking at $50,000 to $70,000. The average price over the last you know, 5 years for a fastback is $72,000. That's the pricing data, right? That's, you know, you can laugh at these rusted out fastbacks all day and people wanting 30 grand for them, but the point is they're worth it, right? So with this in mind, let's look at a 67. Now, 70 grand, I will say, is kind of a little bit high. I think that there are a couple of cars in there that kind of threw off the average a little bit, but definitely 60 to 70 grand is around that neighborhood is fairly average. There's a 67 C code, driver quality, 289, no unwanted smoke or knocking. 3-speed. Has new carpet, 68 headrest seat. Ooh, 68 headrest seats. Okay, let's take a look. What's he want for it? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? 45 grand. This would be a really good entry level fastback, guys. I think in the ad it says that it's like a little rough around the edges or something. I don't know. We'll look at it. We'll look at it here in a second. Great color. Again, with fastbacks, when we start looking at rust, and this may not be rust, guys. This could be just like the reflection off the paint, but like this is where we look for rust. It gets concerning on fastbacks because we end up having to do, you know, half of a quarter panel on them if there is rust around here, as well as sometimes it'll seep down in here to the rocker, like the rear of the rocker. That's really a point that you need to look at, as well as, and you guys are, you know, I'm saying a lot of this stuff you guys already know, but you know, for those of you that don't, in the trunk where the quarter panel meets the drop downs, there's a big gap on either side of your trunk. That's a awesome resting place for water rather. So right here at the bottom where this joins up, you always want to check your quarter panels for rust before you buy. Take a magnet with you. I have a guide on buying coupes. Where I give you a bunch of cool tips. Check it out. Another shameless plug. I'm on fire today. Good, clean, running, driving fastback. Let's look here. I mean, yeah, it needs love. This is a little bit worrisome as long as it doesn't go up. But honestly, if you only have to do the top of the cowl, it's not as bad. Speaking of cowls, what's up, Chris? How's it going, man? I'm late. I hate hearing that. That was a joke, guys. Laugh. Jesus. Tough crowd. What's with the stickers? Is that just duct tape? Headrest, fair to middling. Like, let's look here. 45 grand. I mean, clean title. That's a solid fastback right there. I like that. That's a good deal. Good job, Harry. 66 V8 automatic trans. Okay, so let's look at the market on the 66 because they are a little bit cheaper. So a 65, 66 fastback is going to be a little bit less expensive than a 67, 68. On the other side of the coin, though, if you're looking to do a coupe to fastback conversion and you're not married to specific 65 or 66 or 67, 68, a 67 or a 68 coupe is cheaper to convert than a 65 or 66 because they only sell the pre-welded side assemblies, which are junk, for the 65, 66. But you can buy the side assembly in pieces if you go with a 67, 68. I have this on other videos. So 364 sales over the last 5 years. $52,000 is the average price. Again, the higher end ones, 88 grand. I mean, this one at Barrett Jackson, it looks resto modded to shit. These are some K codes that went a couple of years ago for a ton of money. That does kind of throw off like the moving average a little bit, but for the majority, you're looking at, 40, 50 grand for a decent, solid 65, 66. So with that in mind, looking at this, what's he want? 45 grand. So we're in the price range here. Full length headers, 4-barrel intake, starts up, doesn't smoke. Power steering works great. This is not a Barrett Jackson car, but if you're looking for a 1966 to cruise around in, this is the one. Just digging the color, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of ladies, I just got yelled at that not all girls want flowers. You know what I mean. Goodness. This is clean. I love this. Who put seat covers on a classic Mustang? It's goddamn ridiculous. Guys, this is great condition. 45 grand, again, like restored. Doesn't look like it needs any metal work. The things that you always want to do on these cars is you want to look underneath them. But when they're sold, there's very few times that they show pictures underneath the car. So in this situation, again, you're wanting to go back and you're wanting to look at bubbling paint in those areas. You want to look at the frame rails. You want to do look at the floor supports. Now, floor supports that are like bent and stuff and like a little bit chewed up, that's not a big deal, right? For those of you that don't know, the floor support it's part of the frame rail, but it's not technically part of the frame rail. But it goes basically to where your feet are, right? Underneath, from the frame rail to about, a third of the way back on your car. So if that's dented, that's a common jack point. So people dent those all the time. That's not a big deal. But if there's like holes in them or they're crooked, that's the shit you want to stay away from. What's wrong with the completed side frames? Their measurements are off. So I did a video a while back, and I think it was called Dangers of Pre-Welded Side Assemblies from Dynacorn or something like that. And essentially, when they put all the pieces together, at least for a while, they weren't putting them together with great measurements. So, for example, we had like a quarter or a half-inch door gap one time because we used a pre-welded side assembly. Well, come to find out, they welded in the A-pillar, like the bottom of the A-pillar where the door mounts. They welded that in like a quarter of an inch off. So, I typically push people if they have, especially, if you have a 67 or 68, there's no reason to pay the extra $800 per side just to have them pre-welded when there's a solid chance you might have to take them apart anyway. And we do have videos on how to put together all of those individual pieces, and just reach out again, LostSocketGarage, if you guys need that part list. I'm happy to share it. I love this green color. I hated it for a long ass time, but I do love it. What is this? 73 Mach 1 for 28 grand. Let's see if I have like second gen Mustangs. I don't think I have. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's take a look at Mach 1s. 71 to 73 Mach 1s. 205 was sold over the course of the last 5 years. Average price, 40 grand. Super Cobra Jet for 253 grand. Holy shit, Batman. Wow. That's intense. What is that one? 429 car. Yeah, so average price for these, you're looking around 40 grand. So if we come back to this one, this guy's low. Runs good. Needs interior. No trades. One photo. Please don't be one photo. Okay, thank you. Okay, one photo, one video. You know what? Mayra, thumbs down. I'm not gonna like your post. Let's do like one or two. Oh, this one looks sick. Okay, so GT car, beautiful, full rotisserie restoration, 289 stroker, 350 horse, 5-speed. She's a real handful. Everything is new. Car is in Liberty, South Carolina. 75 grand. This better be mint. I mean, it is a GT car though. So GT is I mean, you definitely have more value in a GT. So you're probably pushing closer to 65, 70 with a real GT car anyway. But this one is fully restored, beautiful. Yeah, this is all new. Looks like new engine panels. Yeah, beautiful car. 75 grand though. Tell me in the comment section or the chat or the whatever, wherever you can type, would you pay $75,000 for this 65 Fastback GT? I bet it's fun. Not gonna lie. I love this interior. Deluxe pony interior. Great looking car. 75 grand. You be the judge. That sounded like an intro to something. 75,000. You be the judge. All right. If you guys are enjoying the content, like, subscribe, share the show. I want to grow it. Your support, guys, I just want to thank you. Like, we're coming up to 10,000 subs, pretty close to it, and man, I can't wait. You know, we'll do something special for the 10,000 subs, but I just appreciate the support. Fact that I get to, you know, come on here and talk shit with you guys and stuff, like it means a lot, so I'm pumped. Thank you very much for the support. A couple of ways you can support the show. The first is the easiest, freest way. Like, subscribe, share the channel, share the show. If you'd like to support the show further, you can leave a super like or chat or whatever below, or you can join our YouTube community or our Patreon community and get access to videos earlier, etc. Also, keep in mind, if you guys need any parts for your Mustangs, even new Mustangs, check out CJ Pony Parts. The link is in the chat, and it'll be in the description as well. Check out CJ Pony Parts for all your parts. It's who we use for everything. Moving on. That's my ad. Oh, also, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Don't forget a gift. I'm trying to help you guys so that you'll spend more money with me. Okay, this car is near and not dear to my heart. This is a converted coupe. This was done by someone that I know. It's super, super cheap. There's a caveat to it. The conversion is done, but it needs a full floor. Now, if this is something that you were doing in your garage and you were willing to take on the metalwork, this is a screaming deal for you. Some things need to be done. If you wanted us to do the metalwork, we'd be more than happy to. Again, contact us, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. But this is a clean title coupe that has been converted to a fastback, but still does need a lot of work, guys. Ooh, okay. Price range. Let's get into the good stuff here. The coupes that we are looking for to chop in half and turn into a fastback. What about a GT coupe converted? That's a good question. I think, Chris, that we're kind of like, as far as resale value, I mean, you'd be somewhere between a coupe to fastback converted 66 and then I don't know, man. As far as pricing is concerned on that one, it might make a difference, but with a 65 and 66, they are less desirable. That's why they're cheaper. So, I don't know. This one, the price range that I am looking for to grab a coupe, cut it in half, turn it into a fastback, a good donor car. What I'm looking for is around $3 to $8 grand range. Clean title. That's what I want. Okay. This one is mostly a complete car. A completely fucked up car. Comes with a newly rebuilt 302. Okay, so this one is a screaming deal. Guys, if you're close to Rifle, Colorado, wherever the hell that is, or you want to pay me to go up and tow this thing for you, this is a solid deal because it does come with a motor, trans, and a clean title. So anything above and beyond just a roller for $8 grand, it's kind of a bonus. I mean, we're kind of pushing it, but this is a solid deal. But the things about these cars you want to look for when you're trying to get a donor is you want to look for a lot of rust in this area. So everything that we're looking for if we're trying to buy a completed one, we're looking for to be a little bit fucked up on the donor one because it allows us to drive down the price a little bit, right? So there's probably rust in here, there's rust on the quarter panel, there's going to be rust in the drop down here. Floor pan, you might just be able to get away with like a Florida firewall patch. CJ Pony Parts makes those. Guys, so if you get a full floor, it stops here. No one else makes the Florida firewall patch. You actually have to get a full firewall if this is rotted out. And 9 times out of 10, it's rotted out at least like an inch above where it meets the full floor. So again, CJ Pony Parts does sell the Florida firewall patch. And they're really the only ones that sell it that I know of. So this one, if you're in Colorado, if you're close to Rifle, Colorado, and you want a good candidate for a coupe to fastback conversion, man, that's a damn good one. 2020, hard no. Let's see. 67. So Arizona car. We like buying cars out of the desert because they're very, very rust free. Now, if you are looking for a coupe to convert to a fastback, don't do this one. This was way too much. Like driving coupe donor, you want to be around like 13 grand. Okay. So don't spend like, 15, 16, 17 grand on a coupe and then bring it to me to cut in half. I mean, you're really like pushing the edge right there. The rest of the car has to be in very, very good condition. But 17 grand, let's see, 302, high performance. Edelbrock aluminum racing heads. 351 cam, 9-inch rear end. Owned it for 14 years, blah, blah, blah. Oh, let's see. I believe it's a rear transhaft bushing. Needs attention. Don't want to do it. She scoots. Say it before, I'll say it again. I don't like these. I can't do these diffusers on coupes. I don't know why. I can't do it. Solid looking car. Again, we're not seeing any bubbling around the wheel well area. So, needs a little bit of work. Engine panels look decent from what I can see. Okay, here we go. A little bit under the car. These are the gaps that I was talking about a little bit earlier. So when you open your trunk, the left and the right side, you always want to check down in that gap because typically there's going to be rust there. Has a bump and system in it. Here we go. I like this guy. See, he gives you photos of what's messed up. Good on you, mate. Yep, I like it. Needs a little bit of work. 17 grand though. Good price. Solid price. Let's look at 65 for 6 grand. Now at 6 grand, again, what I'm looking for is clean title, roller, that I don't need to put torque boxes or frame rails in. It's pretty much what I'm looking at, right? What does this come with? I have a 65 Ford Mustang that I'm looking to sell. I guess that's why there's an ad on Marketplace for it. I got it to rebuild with my dad, but unfortunately, now I feel like a dick for talking shit. Keep staring at broken promise. I'm not reading this anymore. That was a downer. Now I feel like an asshole. But honestly, so this is in Utah. 6 grand. I mean, I'd need to see the floor on this. I know it looks ratty as shit, but you're going to be replacing the vast majority of this stuff anyway. This would be something for a coupe to fastback conversion. This would not be worth it to restore to a coupe. But, again, with a coupe to fastback, we're cutting off the roof. We're cutting off the quarter panels, inner structure. All of this shit's gone anyway. So this rust right here is what helps us get these cars for cheaper so that we can rebuild them. She rough, though. I don't know. It really depends on how the underside of this car looks. It's in Utah. It's here. If you guys want me to go look at this car for you, I'm more than happy to. Reach out to me. LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. David, Rifle Colorado is on I-70 east of Grand Junction. Oh, okay. It's not too far. 65 coupe. Aw. It's got a dent. 18 grand, 289, automatic trans, power steering, factory air, pony interior. This thing is dope. I love this color. I really like this. Well, it looks different. I like this color. Kind of like a flat silver-ish. That'd be dope. Let's see here. I mean, the majority of the time, guys, 9.8 times out of 10, you're gonna have to do a battery tray. So don't be scared of this shit. But this might even be kind of just surface rust. It's an Arizona car. Again, we're probably not looking at a lot of rust on this car at all. The wheel wells look fucking fabulous. It's fabulous. I hate the interior though. That's ugly as shit. But for 18 grand, factory air car, power steering, it's simple, it's classy, has a dent has a dent in the trunk. It has a dent. Can you do a Wisconsin version of Mustang shopping? It would just be a view of running away screaming after looking underneath the cars. bro, trust me. Almost 5 years of doing this job, there's not much in a car that's going to send me running. I've spent money on cars that I should have run away from. This is a 69 coupe. Giggity. No title, no title. I only have a bill of sale. So depending on where you live, let's see, 302 automatic. Depending on where you live, you guys, if you can get a second title, not a rebuilt, restored, but if you can get like a second title reissued to you, check into your state laws. It's not a huge deal. In Utah's, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. But if you're jonesing for a 69 coupe for a coupe to fastback conversion, this one, let's see, Loveland, Colorado, 302 automatic, all original, been sitting on a farm. Will need to be trailered. Yeah, this would be a good candidate. You're spending $3,000 and you're going to be chopping all this shit off anyway to do a conversion. Now, again, for a 69 or a 70 coupe, they're going to be a little bit more expensive to do than a 67, 68. Lakewood. Another Mustang in Lakewood. This thing has sat outside for a moment. Actually, it really doesn't look that rusty, though, to be honest with you. For sitting literally next to a goat. No, that's not a goat. That's a person hugging a dog. I apologize, person. Let's see here. Comes a lot into. Okay, so sometimes I get questions, guys, about the interior, like what's worth saving when you're getting a coupe before you cut it in half. Basically, everything you can use everything from here up. You need a rear, so when you do the fastback conversion, you can't reuse the coupe seat. Well, you can, but it looks janky as shit. So please don't. But you'll need a new rear fold-down seat. You'll need rear glass, door glass, etc. But everything in front stays the same. Like the door stays the same. The door cards stay the same. The dash, everything up here stays the same. Let's see. Drifty Bits. What's up, baby? How cold is it at the airport, man? It was so fucking cold earlier. I walked outside and the wind just started stabbing me with knives. Like a real dick. It was dick wind. Dick wind. Oh, you're pretty... Okay. I'm not going to do Tokyo Drift again, but let me see here. $3,000 Mustang Coupe. I can't remember if I've shown this one before. This car is legitimately 16 different colors. Oh shit, that's a different 17 different colors. Oh, that's a deeper red. 18 different colors. Let's see. C-code car, title in hand. Okay. I have shown this one before. It's in Vegas. This one's a solid deal. No engine, no trans. If you're looking for a solid deal on a coupe to fastback, this would be a good one for you. I don't think there's a lot of rust on. Yeah. I mean, these floor pans actually look really, really, really good. You can get just the front quarter drop in for the floor pan, and then click on the link. Shameless plug. Click on the link in the description or the chat. Go to CJ Pony Parts, type in Florida Firewall patch, and it basically, the patch goes up to the steering column and a little bit above, and then all the way down to here. So you need to replace that. But again, $3,000. Clean title car, battery tray. Look into the cowl a little bit. Like this car needs metal work done, but it's really not a lot. Again, right here, there's a patch for this. There's a patch for that. You're spending, $100 or whatever. So, coupe to fastback, you're cutting all this shit off anyway. That's a solid deal. In Nevada. In Nevada. I want to click on this one. This one is in Orem. So if anything is close to me, I'm happy to go take a look at it. We offer brokerage services. We can find you coupes. We can find you donor coupes. We can find you fastbacks. We can do all sorts of crap. LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. Just reach out. I help you. I'll hook you up, dog. I love this color. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I don't love that there's no description. Come on, man. Come on, man. $16,000 though. Don't disappoint me with like a 6-cylinder. Look at this interior. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Cup holders. Everybody needs cup holders. So I had a 93 RX-7 one time. And it didn't have cup holders. And I literally wanted to sell the car because it didn't have a cup holder. Like, it was an RX-7. It was awesome. It was an FD. But it didn't have cup holders. Give me a fucking cup holder, man. Beautiful car. No description and no money shot with the motor. So I don't even know what's going on here. But, like, as long as it's not a 6-cylinder car, like, this thing looks beautiful. So definitely worth a look. It's this is too nice to cut in half, to be honest with you. But the interior, like, again, you're using all of this. I don't want to cut this car in half. It's too pretty. Don't make me cut this car in half, but it's a good deal. Let's see. Last road temp was 34, but air temp was 22. That wind is bullshit, man. We got Tokyo Drift. Oh, this one is still for sale. I think this car is just frightening to look at. Like, it's a lot, right? Like, it's a lot. It's pretty, but I've already told you guys how I feel about this car. What are we looking at? A 66 Ford Mustang Coupe. Twin Falls. I got people in Twin Falls. I got people. 12 grand, 12 and a half. Okay. Here's the good stuff. So at 12 and a half grand, at 12 and a, dude, I cannot speak English right now. At 12 and a half grand, that price range, what I'm looking for is a running driving coupe with good interior, right? This car, I would want something to where I already have the drivetrain kind of that I want. I already kind of have the suspension that I want. I already kind of have the interior that I want. But I just wanted a fastback. So 12.5, we're in the price range. This has a 5.0 out of an 85. 625 Demon carburetor. Damage to the rear side. Price, let's see, quarter panel. I have a new one. Don't let him put it on because he's going to try to sell it for 15 grand if he puts it on. If this runs and drives... Okay. So... Okay. Okay. This is a lot. Like, the way this looks... Is there a different photo of the damage? It literally looks like it was hit so fucking hard that the tire popped out the side. What am I missing here? Okay, it's not on that side. Like, help me make sense of this picture. Did it, like... This is worrisome. If it got hit so fucking hard... Oh, the wheel is off of it. That's why. Hey, tater tots. So, if you're going to buy a car like this for 12 grand... when you get hit this hard, there's a solid chance that there might be rear frame rail damage. So you need to be mindful of that. Like, it's pretty weak, but the wheel's off of it. Like, this is where you start doing the detective work. English is hard. Be careful. Yeah, it is hard, man. That car has pronouns. Chris, what the hell, dude? Drifty Miss just needs a fender and a mini tub. And spiritual guidance it also fucking needs. Yeah, I still think it's a good deal. As long as the frame rail isn't like bent in like this, I would kind of want to put it on a jig, to be honest with you. But again, solid for a coupe to fastback conversion. If you're looking at this as far as like a coupe daily, this shit's concerning. This looks really sloppy. There's a lead line right here, but if the lead's like peeling off from the bottom and it's already cracking, there's probably an issue here. So, but still, 12.5, it's a decent deal. Just needs a fender. Oh, you are pretty. Ooh, spiritual. Thank you, Jesus. We're in Utah. No shit. Just need some spiritual guidance and a frame jig. And we'll make you a fastback. You are so pretty. GT350. Collector build will consider offers for 42 grand. That seems really cheap. 42 grand. Is Ronnie Peanut pulling our legs? Say that 5 times fast. Beautiful car, but like 289. Yeah, I don't know. Something's a little fishy about that one. Have you guys ever had a Fox body? I've had a Fox body. It was cool. I like Fox bodies. Let's see. You're right. Harry gets a lot of flack for his pricing, but you know the rate he is buying and selling. He isn't too far off the current market. I know, dude. Like, he isn't far off current market pricing, man. Like, honestly, his pricing's, it's really right on, and the like, it's so easy to tell that it is because he sells so many of these fucking things. Like, if it wasn't worth it, people wouldn't be buying them. Let's look at a GT500. If anyone has $250,000 that I could bum, I have feet pictures that I would be willing to send you for $250,000 to buy this GT500. Where is this? This is in Vegas. Just got another Fox body 85 GT. Chris, I told you this story, man. I had an 84, the GT350 anniversary edition. Thing was dope. T-tops. This is a fucking beautiful car. 250 grand. That's what I want to. Okay, so would you guys rather spend $120,000 to build a coupe to fastback with everything that you want on it, completely from ground up, or would you rather have a piece of history for 250 grand? I don't know. 3 Foxes at the house right now. Hell yeah, man. All right, let's do like 1 or 2 more, and then we're going to get to our picks of the week. Oh, what is it with people? Like, guys, I got to tell you, I'm from the auto salon days. Like, I love me a solid Buddy Club body kit, but I've never been able to get into body kits on classics. I can't do it, man. This is too much. This is too much. And where is the support here? 31 grand, 67 coupe. Edit a video at request. Wife and I are going in a different direction with our collection of Stangs. Oh, what else do you do, dude? Okay, so again, this is in West. This is in West Valley. This is close to me. I'd be happy to go take a look at this, as long as you let me light those seats on. I mean, it's a track car. Rotor track, not road. This is not comfortable. Can you imagine being the person in the back seat and you just got a fucking roll bar just hanging out over your shoulder, and this dude takes like the slightest turn, and you just hear this, like right off the road. I've done it. Yeah. I actually dumped a girl once because she didn't like the fact that I had to pick her up and over the roll cage into my car. She's like, it's so impractical. Peace. 67 coupe. Oh, that's a nice gold color, isn't it, Chris? Let's see what else. Building a 302. Also have an 86 SVO. I didn't know. Did it? I think I knew you had an SVO. Drifty. Hey, Dap. So is my son. Rebuilding at night. Y'all, dude, we're going to have, when it gets warmer, guys, let's have a car show. Let's get some of you guys here with your Fox bodies, because I really do. I have a soft spot in my head, or my heart for, I have a soft spot in my head too. I have a soft spot in my head, my heart for Fox bodies. Fuck, dude. This is going downhill so quickly. But guys, do you remember when you were in high school and you were in welding class and you were like, you know what I'm going to do for my welding project? I'm going to make a hood scoop. Jesus Christ. Oh man, this is, and laser cut it, laser cut. It has been cut by a laser. Is it laser cutted? Why does that sound weird? Okay, guys, I got to do the picks of the week, and I'm going to go pick up my kid and hopefully take a nap. Let's catch up here. Yes, please. Big meetup at Lost Socket. Dude, the last meet we had, and we were like, this was years ago, but it was still kind of like an open house. We're going to be doing cars and coffee this summer as well, but like the last meet we did actually went pretty well, so I'm going to try to do that here in the spring. We'll do, you know, a meetup. Just keep bugging me about that shit. If you guys are enjoying the content, like, subscribe, share, do all of the YouTube stuff. That's the easiest, freest way to support the shop. If you want to support the shop a little bit further, you can leave a super like down below. You can join our community on YouTube or Patreon, get access to stuff earlier. We have merchandise coming. I'm reprinting. I'm having hoodies and hats done. So they'll be listed on our website. Shoot me an email if you want to pre-order one of those. And then the last way is if you're already going to buy your Mustang parts, go ahead and go to CJ Pony Parts. They got great pricing, especially like holiday specials and stuff. Use the link in the chat or the description. That helps out the show as well. So we are moving on to our picks of the week. The first pick of the week is what I lovingly call the what in the country fried fuck pick of the week. And here's why. Guys, this is an off-road SC400. Now, side note, the normal SC400s, the Lexuses, the Lexi, dude, I cannot English today. I don't know. Is it Lexuses? If you have 3 Lexuses in a parking lot, do you say, hey, look at those Lexi or Lexuses? So, as a stock form, super dope cars, right? This monstrosity, however, has been slightly modified. Would I buy it for $6,000? It has a 4-liter Toyota V8 1UZ. That thing is fucking bulletproof. And it has some other stuff. Off-road package, skid plates, and the most 90s sedan interior. It's probably because it's like out of a Toyota Camry. It's like bougie. I can't even with that. Like, look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. These are the guys that built it too. Guaranteed. There is vape coming out of his mouth as we speak. I love it. I'd buy it for $6,000. I would. Next is our shop pick of the week. Our shop pick of the week is we pick a cool car as a shop. Well, technically, Derry, sorry, I didn't ask your opinion on this one. 61 Ford Falcon. Look at this thing. Guys, if you want to build a sick car, go with like a gunmetal gray or like a kind of like a flat gray color and then do like a polished black or like a satin black accents. Oof. Look how pretty this car is. 61 Ford Falcon. Now, this is where it gets a little weird here. Because if you're jumping ahead and reading the description, you're like, huh? So this is powered by a 3.4-liter 5VZFE Toyota. Toyota. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know what 3.4-liter. I'm not familiar. I don't think they put that in a truck. I don't know what motor it is, but it's Toyota, so it's probably dope. This thing is sick, and it's $6,500. Guys, for $12,000, you could be going off-road, being sexy, as well as pulling up to Cars and Coffee, looking classy. $12,500. What's up? I bring you guys value, and our last pick of the week is Derry's pick of the week. Now, Derry picks a car at random. He puts it on my screen, and I don't look at it till it is live. Derry, what do you have for me in Derry's pick of the week? Derry's pick of the week. Ow! Oh, that's sick. 93 long bed Dodge D350 Club Cab. Well, this is sick. This is like kind of practical. That's why Derry has a... Okay. You lost me right here. Sorry, Derry. I'm not painting... I'm not going to own a truck that has a painted mural on the back of it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Unless it's wolves. I kind of like wolves. But is this like one dude riding 3 horses? Like what? What's the story behind this? Does he actually own the cabin behind it? Like, did the guy that ordered this truck from Dodge be like, hey, I want a mural of my cabin and me trotting 3 horses outside? Tell me a story, guys. That's it for today. I gotta go home. I love you all. Thanks for the support. Have a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Go buy flowers or whatever it is the ladies in your life or gentlemen in your life want. Go do good stuff. Don't be a dick. Do what you love. And as always, never be tamed. Peace!